Hello, my name is Isabella Perez, Recreation Leader for the City of Socorro. Thank you for joining today's meeting. Before the meeting begins, we would like to remind our guests to remove all hats and silence all electronic devices. No destructive behavior or outbursts will be tolerated, and violators are subject to ejection and possible prosecution.
Hola, mi nombre es Judy Rodríguez, secretaria de Planificación de la Ciudad de Socorro. Gracias por participar en la reunión de hoy. Antes de que comience la reunión, nos gustaría recordarles a nuestros invitados favor de quitarse los sombreros y silenciar todos los dispositivos electrónicos. No se tolerará ningún comportamiento perturbador ni exabrupto y los infractores estarán sujetos a expulsión y posible procesamiento.
Welcome everybody to the March 5th, 2026 regular Socorro City Council meeting. Bienvenidos a todos esta tarde. We're going to go ahead and begin our meeting, and we'll start with the call to order. I call this meeting to order at 6:04, I'm sorry. And then we have some very, very special guests with us today, and they're going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. And these students are from H.D. Hilly Elementary School. So if you could all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Standing for a moment of silence. Thank you all. Before you all head back home to do homework, we want to recognize you all with some certificates on behalf of the City of Socorro and the Socorro City Council. So when you hear your names, we'd like to all shake your hands, and if you guys would let us take a picture with you all, would that be okay? All right.
Messiah Castillo. Sofía Ruiz.
Daniela Valdés.
And Diana Verdiz.
And I have Martin Quijas.
Thank you, sir. So, do you want them in the middle? Yeah. Can you guys get in the middle? Over here? I'm sorry, yeah.
At this time, can we have teachers, principals get in the group photo? Teachers, principals?
Did you guys want to join your students in the photo?
And parents too.
Your parents want to take pictures? Thank you all so much.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go ahead and establish quorum at this time.
Ruben Reyes,
Yes.
Cesar Nevares,
Here.
Alejandro Garcia,
Here.
Mayor Rudy Cruz,
Here.
Gina Cordero.
Here.
And Irene Rojas.
Present.
Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. We're going to go ahead and move into agenda item number 4, which is public comment.
Mayor, we have one speaker, David Rosenberg. Mr. Rosenberg, you have 3 minutes.
Can you hear me? Oh, there it is.
Yes.
Distinguished City Council, appreciate the time to speak a little bit about why I'm here. I don't actually live here. I live in the state of California. However, my company, Everence Wealth, has recently partnered and become a vendor of the City of Socorro School District. So I wanted to come and represent myself in front of your distinguished City Council, let you know why we're here, and a little bit about what we do. You know, one thing, I ran into Mr. Rudy Cruz here right before I walked in, and one thing that he said was that wealth and revenue and some of the things that are necessary to build a great city are at a little bit of a lack. And one reason why I've kind of devoted my life to education in the financial realm is because I saw the lack with my own family. You know, we didn't grow up rich. We didn't grow up in a place that was massively educated in what to do with money or retirement or any of these different types of topics. You know, it wasn't something that people usually talk about, but it's something that we wanted to bring to the forefront because I believe that the current system that many Americans, especially here in the state of Texas, are lacking in is proper things to allow them to retire not with a fixed income, but with a growing one. And I feel like the education is definitely there, especially in the age of technology. The problem is people that are here to help bridge. Is that better? Okay. Was I not coming through very clear? Now it's coming really clear. Sorry about that. Hi there. Thank you for that. I lost my train of thought, so it's okay. It's all right. Don't even worry about it. It's okay. One of the realities of why we're here is to help people bridge that gap. Okay, we're here talking to the City of Socorro to let you know that we've become a vendor again for the school district, that there are other areas of government employment that potentially need a second look. I'm a big fan of retirement and current systems. I don't believe that there's any one way to do it, but I do believe that there is a combination. And I do believe that the current retirement system needs a bit of an update. You know, our world is changing, technology is changing. If you don't change with the times, you get left behind. And I don't believe that the people of Socorro want to be left behind, especially when you want to move forward. And it starts one community at a time.
Mr. Rosenberg, your time
Yes,
is
ma'am.
up.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for your
That was it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Nevares, can you please turn on your microphone? A little button, just make sure it's red. No, your microphone, it was on. Okay, awesome, thank you.
Anyone, that's it, right? We will just,
Those are all our speakers. Wait.
all right, awesome.
Mayor, at this time, I would like to move item 38 and 39, right after our public comments.
There was a motion
Second.
and a second to move items 38 and 39 up on the list. So, all those in favor say aye.
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 That motion carries. We're going to jump to agenda items 38. And this is the discussion and action to approve the appointment of Isidro Torres to the Planning and Zoning Commission, Place 7.
Motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
There's been a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. At this time, we can now move into agenda item 39, which is the swearing in of our newly appointed commissioner, Mr. Isidro. And then can we have staff swear him in? Okay, moving on to consent agenda.
Motion to consent agenda?
Second.
Motion to approve consent agenda?
Second.
There's been a motion and second to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That motion carries.
Ms. Gina, I'm sorry, can you please speak into the microphone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you want anyone else to speak into the mic before we move forward with the meeting?
No, I think everyone else is fine, sir.
All right.
So we need everybody to speak into the mic just to make sure that we address the complaints that the citizens have been addressing over and over for them to be able to hear us through our YouTube channels.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, sir.
All right. Okay, so we're going to move over to the regular agenda. These are our public hearing and ordinances, and we'll begin with agenda item number 21. And this is a public hearing of an ordinance for the proposed amendment to the City of Socorro's master plan and rezoning of Lot 3, Block 13, Alameda Estates replat located at 10387 Manzana Road, Socorro, Texas, from R1 single-family residential to R2 medium-density residential, to allow 2 existing dwellings and a variance from section 46-262, area requirements, sub 2D, to allow a reduced rear yard setback of 3 feet instead of the 20-foot setback requirements on the rear dwelling. It's 6:17 p.m. and the public hearing is now open.
No speakers, Mayor.
As there are no speakers, we're going to go ahead and close the public hearing at 6:17 p.m. as well. The next item is agenda item 22. This is the second reading and adoption of an ordinance for the proposed amendment to the City of Socorro's master plan and rezoning of Lot 3, Block 13, Alameda Estates replat, located at 10387 Manzana Road, Socorro, Texas, from R1 single-family residential to R2 medium-density residential, to allow 2 existing dwellings and a variance from the section 46-262 area requirements sub 2D, to allow a reduced rear yard setback of 3 feet instead of the 20-foot setback requirements on the rear dwelling.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Lorraine Quimito, City Planner. Item on the agenda, 10387 Manzana Road rezoning request. The property owner, Rogelio Sainz Jr. Lot size is 13,783 square feet. The zoning is R1 single-family residential, and the current land use is residential. The future land use map designates the area as suburban residential. In summary, the request is for approval of a rezoning of a property from R1 to R2 to allow 2 existing dwellings and a variance request for a reduced rear yard setback for the second dwelling on the property. Staff recommends approval of the rezoning and variance request. The Planning and Zoning Commission voted for approval unanimously with 3 members present at their February 3rd Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. The next slide is a zoning map showing the R1 single-family residential and the surrounding R1 properties. The next slide is a future land use map of also suburban residential. The subdivision map of the Alameda Estates replat originally had 100 and now currently has 157 R1 residential lots, 6 R2 residential lots, and 4 R3 residential lots. And there are 4 vacant lots in the Alameda Estates replat subdivision. This plat was originally recorded in June of 1973. The aerial image shows the 2 homes on the single lot and the mix of residential surrounding the property. These photographs were taken from Manzana Road. On the top left, you can see clearly the house at the front of the property, And on the bottom right, you can see the property dwelling in the rear. Public notices were sent to property owners within 200 feet. No correspondence was received either in favor or against the request, and no speakers at the public hearing. This is the site plan showing the two properties and the rear property request for the variance. With that, staff can answer any questions. But in summary, the request is for approval of a rezoning of a property from single-family residential to medium-density residential to allow the two existing dwellings, and a variance from section 46 to 62 to allow for the reduced yard setback of 3 feet instead of the 20-foot required. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Quimio. Do any members of council have any questions?
No, sir.
Further discussion on this one here?
No.
So, just real quick, the 3-foot yard setback is because that dwelling was already built years ago, and
Yes, the front building was built in '87, and the rear building, according to Central Appraisal District records, was built in 1993.
and because our ordinances have changed now and we've added the 20-foot setback, it wouldn't necessarily comply with something like that, right? Which is why they're requesting the variance. Okay, all right. I don't have any other questions. There was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And that motion carries. We're on agenda item number 23. And for any residents that want to see what we're looking at and what we're reading, you can pick up a copy of the agenda items back there if there's any particular one that you want to see. Agenda item number 23 is the public hearing of an ordinance for approval of a master plan resubmission, section 38-7.11, master plan changes for Socorro Logistics Center, being Socorro Logistics Unit 1, Socorro Logistics Center Unit 2, Socorro Logistics Center Unit 3, all of track 7A, portions of tracks 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8A, portions of Mesa Spur Drain, all within Block 5, Socorro Grant located at the Socorro Logistics Lane and Socorro Distribution Drive, Socorro, Texas, to allow for industrial development. It's now 6:23 p.m. and public hearing is now open.
No speakers, Mayor.
As there are no speakers, we're going to go ahead and close the public hearing at 6:23 p.m. as well. Agenda item number 24. This is the second reading and adoption of an ordinance for approval of a master plan resubmission, section 38-7.11, master plan changes for Socorro Logistics Center, being Socorro Logistics Unit 1, Socorro Logistics Center Unit 2, Socorro Logistics Center Unit 3, all of track 7A, portions of tracks 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8A, portions of Mesa Spur Drain, all within Block 5, Socorro Grant located at Socorro Logistics Lane and Socorro Distribution Drive, Socorro, Texas, to allow for industrial development.
Motion to approve.
Second. Thank you, Mayor and Council. The next item is a resubmission of the Socorro Logistics Center Master Plan. The property owner is Socorro Logistics Lands 2 LLC. Their representative is present to answer any questions should council have any, and their engineer is Jorge Grajeda of CEA Group. The property is 316 acres in size, and the zoning is ICMUD with one pending agricultural rezoning that is on your agenda today. The current land use is industrial and vacant. The future land use map designates this area as industrial commercial mixed use. In summary, the request is for approval of a master plan resubmission for the Socorro Logistics Industrial Center. Staff recommends approval of the request, and the Planning and Zoning Commission voted for approval, 4 yes, 0 no, and 0 abstentions at their March 3rd meeting. The zoning map shows the ICMUD in purple and the one pending agricultural rezoning, which you will hear shortly. The aerial image shows the constructed buildings 1 through 5 of the Socorro Logistics Master Plan, and the vacant lot on the other side of the Mesa Drain, the former Mesa Drain. These are photos taken at sites throughout the master plan area. The original master plan and then the next slide is the resubmission. They are adding the property that is to be heard today, the IV tract and the Surratt tract, which you heard, City Council had heard and approved previously. So the area in red is the area that's being added to the Socorro Logistics Master Plan. In summary, the request is for approval of a master plan resubmission for Socorro Logistics Center. And with that, staff can answer any questions. And again, the representatives are here to answer any questions as well.
Do any members of council have any questions or further discussion on this item?
No, sir.
Okay. There was a motion and second. All those in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. Agenda item number 25. This is the public hearing of an ordinance for the approval of a replat for Baba Unit 1, replat B subdivision being a replat of Lot 2, Block 2, Baba Unit 1 subdivision and located at 10301 Desert Oak Court, El Paso County, Texas, and it's 6:27 p.m. Public hearing is now open.
No speakers, Mayor.
As there are no speakers, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing at 6:27 p.m. as well. Agenda item number 26, this is the second reading and adoption of an ordinance for the approval of a replat for Baba Unit 1, replat B subdivision, being a replat of Lot 2, Block 2, Baba Unit 1 subdivision, and located at 10301 Desert Oak Court, El Paso County, Texas.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. The next item is Baba Unit 1 subdivision, replat B. The property is located at 10301 Desert Oak Court. The property owner, Vimal Bhakta, and the representative, George Halul, with SLI Engineering. The property is a little over 2.5 acres in size. It has no zoning, as it is in the City of Socorro's 2-mile ETJ, and the current land use is under construction. The request is for approval of a replat of Baba Unit 1 replat B to divide the larger lot into 2. Staff recommends approval of the request, and the Planning and Zoning Commission voted for approval, 3 yes, 0 no, and 0 abstentions at their February 3rd meeting. An updated aerial shows the existing construction that's underway of the new hotel. And as you can see, it just abuts the City of Socorro city limits. These are photographs of the property taken from Desert Oak Drive, the hotel that is currently under construction, and the applicant saw that there was an opportunity to spit in a small commercial use on the property as well, and that is why they're requesting the replat. This is the original plat with the one lot and the division that's being proposed through this replat. In summary, the request is for approval of a replat for Baba Unit 1, for Baba Unit 1 replat B. With that, staff can answer any questions.
Thank you, Ms. Camilo. Do any members of council have any questions or further discussion on this item? No? Okay.
No, sir.
That was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And that motion carries. Agenda item number 27. This is a public hearing of an ordinance requested by the Texas Department of Transportation to reduce the speed limit on Horizon Boulevard, FM 1281 from North Loop Drive to FM 76 to the city limits at Interstate Highway 10 from 50 miles an hour to 45 miles per hour. It's 6:30 p.m. and public hearing is now open.
No speakers, Mayor.
No speakers? Thank you. We're going to go ahead and close the public hearing at 6:30 p.m. as well. Agenda item 28. This is the second reading and adoption of an ordinance requested by the Texas Department of Transportation to reduce the speed limit on Horizon Boulevard, FM 1281 from North Loop Drive, FM 76 to the city limits at Interstate Highway 10 from 50 miles an hour to 45 miles per hour.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. TxDOT reached out to the city of Socorro after conducting a traffic study on Horizon Boulevard from North Loop to Ascension Street, and they recommend reducing the speed limit from 50 miles per hour to 45 miles per hour within the city of Socorro city limits. This change is necessary and needs council change through a municipal ordinance. Staff recommends approval of the request. The next slide shows the map. There are currently sections of Horizon Boulevard that are 45 and sections that are 50. So this would provide for a uniform speed limit on Horizon Boulevard. With that, staff can answer any questions.
So from North Loop all the way to I-10, we'll be traveling at 45 miles per hour now?
Correct.
Okay.
And I believe that's the case already for, once we're coming down from, let's say, McDonald's, that dip right there, that's where it changes into 45. And so now we're just changing it from
The
there
remainder,
above the
so that it
remainder.
can all be 45.
It's really, okay.
Ms. Quimito, should we adopt this tonight and ordinance changes pass? Did TxDOT provide a timeline from when they'll be able to start?
Switching out the signs? We
yeah.
can request that.
Okay, all right. Anyone?
And provide public notification through the social media so that people are aware.
That's what I was gonna say. We gotta notify the public, letting them know, because I don't want them complaining when chief pulls them over and they get a ticket, because now it's 45.
Well, ask me why I know that change there. I'm not going there.
All right. Do any members of council or speeders have any other comments or questions on this item?
No, sir.
No? There was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
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 And that motion carries. Okay.
Mayor,
Agenda
I'm an
item.
open book, you know this.
Yeah, I know.
I know this.
We're going to move on to item 29, which is the public hearing of an ordinance for the proposed amendment to the City of Socorro's master plan and rezoning of Track 5, Block 5, Socorro Grant, located at Socorro Distribution Drive, Socorro, Texas, from A1 Agricultural to ICMUD, or Industrial Commercial Mixed Use District, and a variance request from Section 46-451, General Regulations, height requirements to allow a 50-foot maximum allowable building height instead of the 45-foot maximum height limitation to allow for distribution and warehouse facilities. And public hearing is now open at 6:33 p.m.
No speakers, Mayor.
Okay. As there are no speakers, we're going to go ahead and close the public hearing at 6:34 p.m. And we're moving into agenda item number 30. This is the second reading and adoption of an ordinance for the proposed amendment to the City of Socorro's master plan and rezoning of Track 5, Block 5, Socorro Grant, located at Socorro Distribution Drive, Socorro, Texas, from A1 Agricultural to ICMUD, Industrial Commercial Mixed Use District, and a variance request from Section 46-451, General Regulations, height requirements to allow a 50-foot maximum allowable building height instead of the 45-foot maximum height limitation to allow for the distribution and warehouse facilities.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Item 30 for your consideration is the rezoning that I had mentioned in the previous item. The property owner is Ben Ivy Ltd. and his representative, Socorro Logistics Land 2 LLC, who is present to answer any questions that you might have. The lot is just under 19 acres in size and currently zoned A1 agricultural. The current land use is vacant, and the future land use map designates the area as industrial commercial mixed use. In summary, the request is for approval of a rezoning of a property from agricultural to industrial commercial mixed use, and a variance to allow a 50-foot maximum allowable building height instead of the 45-foot maximum height limitation that is currently in our ordinance, and this would allow for the construction of industrial warehouse facilities. Staff recommends approval of the request, and the Planning and Zoning Commission voted for approval at their March 3rd meeting with 4 yeses, 0 noes, and 0 abstentions. The zoning map depicts the applicant property highlighted in yellow, green for agricultural, and purple for the surrounding ICMUD. And this is at the edge of the Socorro city limits. The future land use map showing the ICMU zoning. The aerial image shows the vacant undeveloped land and the vacant area surrounding it, and just to the bottom left, the industrial buildings of Socorro Logistics. These are photographs of the property taken from Socorro Distribution Drive. Public notice was sent out to property owners within 200 feet. No correspondence was received either in favor or against the item, and no one spoke either in favor or against at the public hearing. This is the concept plan showing the building on the property. And a snippet from the development plan showing the industrial building and the adjacent private ponds and parking. In summary, the request is for approval of a rezoning for a property from A1 agricultural to ICMUD industrial commercial mixed use, and a variance request from section 46-451, general regulations, subdivisions, height requirements to allow a 50-foot maximum allowable height instead of the 45 maximum height limitation to allow for distribution and warehouse facilities. And again, with that, staff can answer any questions, and the representative is also in attendance to answer any questions that you may have.
Any members of council have any questions?
No, sir.
Is Mr. Ivy here with us today?
No, his representative from Socorro Logistics Land 2 LLC.
This is Ben Ivy, the
owner, but his representative on
comes
this,
from the family generation of farmers, right?
from what I understand.
Just wanted to ask Mr. Ivy why he doesn't want to farm anymore. But there was a motion and second on the table. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And that motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 31. This is the public hearing of an ordinance approving a preliminary plat and final plat for the Socorro Logistics Center Unit 5 subdivision, being all of Track 7A, a portion of Tracks 6 and 8A, and a portion of Mesa Spur Drain, all within Block 5. Socorro Grant, El Paso County, Texas, according to the resurvey of said Socorro Grant made by El Paso County, Texas for tax purposes, and a portion of Lot 1, Block 2, Socorro Logistics Center, Unit 2, Socorro, Texas. It's 6:39 p.m. and the public hearing is now open.
No speakers, Mayor.
Thank you. As there are no speakers, we're going to go ahead and close the public hearing at 6:39 p.m. as well. Agenda item number 32. This is the second reading and adoption of an ordinance approving a preliminary plat and a final plat for the Socorro Logistics Center Unit 5 subdivision, being all of Track 7A, a portion of Track 6 and 8A, and a portion of Mesa Spur Drain, all within Block 5 Socorro Grant, El Paso County, Texas, according to the resurvey of said Socorro Grant made by El Paso County, Texas for the tax purposes, and a portion of Lot 1, Block 2, Socorro Logistics Center Unit 2, Socorro, Texas.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This property is located on Socorro Distribution Drive. The owner is Socorro Logistics Lands 2 and Land 3 LLC. Their representative, CEA Group. And they are in attendance to answer any questions that you might have. The lot is 33, just a little over 33 acres in size. It is zoned ICMUD. It is currently vacant, and the future land use map for the area designates it as industrial commercial mixed use. The request is for approval of a preliminary plat and final plat for Socorro Logistics Center Unit 5. Staff recommends approval of the request, and the Planning and Zoning Commission voted for approval 4-0 with no abstentions at their March 3rd meeting. The zoning map shows the area that it will encompass Socorro Logistics Unit 5. The aerial shows the vacant land and the adjacent vacant land and developing logistics center. This is a photograph taken from Socorro Distribution Drive. The preliminary plat and final plat showing the two lots, and the plat exhibit shows the Socorro Logistics Unit 5 property in relation to the new plats in addition to the Socorro Logistics Master Plan. In summary, the request is for approval of a preliminary and final plat for Socorro Logistics Center Unit 5. With that, staff can answer any questions. And again, the representatives are here to answer any questions as well.
Do any members of council have any questions for this item?
I have a question, just for clarity. This is the area that is adjacent to the current one on New Hueco Tanks, right?
Yes.
It's in the, behind that
If you'd
area?
like, I can go back to the...
Yes, please.
To the master plan? Well, maybe I can just do it real quick.
And I have it here. I was just wanting
looking,
some
yeah.
clarity on
There.
the area.
This is a good
because-
image that includes where the interstate is on the top right and Nuevo Hueco Tanks on the bottom.
Okay.
This is the rezoning that you just approved, and the land that's cleared is where the Unit 5 will be.
Right. That was all our agricultural back in the day.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments?
No, sir.
No? There was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And that motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Camilo. We're going to move into the grants department, and with agenda item number 33, this is the discussion and action to approve supplemental number 7 to work authorization number 3 under contract 22-07-01 with Camacho Hernandez and Associates LLC for the Sparks Arroyo Drainage Improvement Project to allow for additional surveying work for this project. There's an increase of $15,856 to the maximum amount payable under this contract.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Alejandra Valadez, City Development Director. We're requesting your approval on this supplemental that will increase the cost of the project by approximately $15,000. As you recall, the Sparks Arroyo Drainage Project has been identified since 2017 as a priority to mitigate some of the flooding that occurs around the Sparks area. In 2022, the City of Socorro secured approximately $10 million in financial assistance from the Texas Water Development Board, and the city did commit $1 million from its federal allocation under ARPA. In 2022, Camacho Hernandez and Associates began engineering design of the Sparks Arroyo project. Right now, we're at the property acquisition phase, and in order to reduce the cost of acquisition, we need to go back and do additional surveying work so that they can reduce the footprint of the project. The additional $15,000 is going to help us reduce our property acquisition costs from approximately $1 million closer to $400,000. Hopefully, we can cover that with a lot of the funding that we've already secured. At this time, if you have any questions, I can answer those.
Any questions on this item?
No, sir.
Comments? No?
Got a comment. So you were saying that we might be able to get the whole 15,000 through the ARPA, through funding?
No, so this is a cost that the city has to incur through its general fund, and I do believe that we do have some cost savings in our general fund budget that could be able to, could cover that. This money will not be able to recover, but we are able, the work that is done with those funds is gonna help us reduce the cost of the acquisition of properties, hopefully to a level that can be covered by the grant.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion or comments on this one here? No? No. Okay, there was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. Agenda item 34, this is the discussion and action to approve the City of Socorro's Title VI program in compliance with Federal Transit Administration guidelines.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. As you know, Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibits the discrimination based on race, color, and national origin in any program or activity that is receiving federal financial assistance. As you know, the City of Socorro is interested in becoming a direct recipient of Federal Transit Administration funds to fund our microtransit program. In order for us to be eligible for those funds, we do need to update our civil rights policy. Our civil rights policy has not been updated since 2014, and this updated policy will take care of all of those requirements, including outlining complaint procedures, where people can call if they feel that they have been discriminated against, any language accommodations that need to happen, public participation plan, and we also redesignate our Title VI coordinator, which is Ms. Carroll.
Is that it?
That is all, thank you.
Are there any questions on this item here, or any comments?
No, sir.
No?
Thank you for taking care of that. Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you. There was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. Agenda item number 35, this is the discussion and action to approve the City of Socorro's updated purchasing policy.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. We bring these updates to our purchasing policy to you for the same purpose as the Civil Rights Title VI updates. This is so that the City of Socorro is eligible to receive Federal Transit Administration funds, and also to make sure that our policies align with what they call the uniform guidance, which is the federal requirements for all federal contracts and federal awards. The updated policy addresses a lot of items where we weren't quite aligning with the federal requirements, such as the micro-purchase threshold, updated procurement, formal procurement policies, required contract provisions for federally funded contracts, vendor suspension and debarment verifications, and conflict of interest, additional requirements there. It is important for me to let you all know that there may be additional updates to this policy as we are continuing to review and consolidate our policies to make sure that we have the most up-to-date documents for when we receive additional funds also.
This, I guess it's in addition to our current procurement policy, but it's to make sure that we're in compliance with like the federal acquisition of how we are hiring certain contractors.
Correct,
things of that,
yes.
right?
For example, the debarment verification, it'll now be part of our processes. Before we enter into a contract with any vendor, we need to check that they haven't been debarred or have some kind of issue with the federal government, so.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, very well.
So Mayor, it's an amendment to the current
The
policy
current
that we have.
policy, right?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Does anyone have any other questions or comments? No? There was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Valadez. Agenda item number 36. This is the discussion and action to approve an event permit for the Taco and Food Fest at 10179 Socorro Road on Saturday, March 28th, 2026 from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Motion to approve.
Second.
you, Mayor and Council. The event permit was submitted to the Planning and Zoning Department for the event to be held at the Casa Ortiz. Item 36, this is to approve an event permit for the Taco and Food Fest at 10179 Socorro Road. The applicants were Alyssa Henson and Anthony Henson. The event will take place, with your approval, Saturday, March 28th, from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Planning and Zoning staff recommends approval. This is the site map that was presented along with the application, showing where the event will take place and parking availability. If that, staff can answer any questions.
Any questions or comments on this item? No? Okay, there was a motion and second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. The next item is agenda item number 37. This is the discussion and action regarding the petition to release the following real property from the City of Socorro's ETJ, approximately 0.85 square miles, 544.56 acres, and on the El Paso Central Appraisal District property IDs listed as 23965, 319758, 178871, 138521, 73093, 189708, 169232, 352355, 284407, 328033, 739213, 78441, 406712, 739201, 78910, 280855, 111896, 144735, 300936, 145539, 151312, 366628, 219854, 101451, and 213326.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This is a release request from the City of Socorro's ETJ. The properties that Mayor read into record are the properties that are requesting to be released from the ETJ. As you recall, you may recall from having heard previous ETJ release requests, these properties have the legislation change pretty much allowing them to be released as long as they satisfy the requirements. These individual applications requests were sent in, and these are from the property owners, and and they satisfy the requirements to be released from the City of Socorro's ETJ.
Do any members of council have any questions on this item here?
No, sir.
No? Okay, there was a motion and second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And that motion carries. Thank you. I'm looking for my backup for agenda item 40. All right. We'll just speak from the heart. Agenda item number 40 is the discussion and possible action to increase the municipal property tax exemption for the homeowners ages 65 and older within the City of Socorro, Texas, and to consider the adoption of a property tax freeze on the residents' homestead of qualifying homeowners ages 65 and older in accordance with the applicable Texas law.
Motion to approve.
Second.
So, thank you.
Mayor, may I be heard? Good evening, Council. Jim Martinez, City Attorney. I simply wanted to clarify that as the mayor announced, as he read the agenda item, that was precisely correct, but there's an error in what we published. The mayor used the term to consider the adoption of a property tax freeze. That's the correct phrase. As we published it, it said to consider the adoption of a property tax free. Just an error. You fixed it.
And Mr. Martinez, thanks for pointing that out, because a lot of folks may have assumed that they're going to be just tax-free of paying property tax, but we can't do that. So you all are familiar with the rise of goods and services, and for a lot of our residents here in Socorro that are homeowners and 65 and over, I think that it's quite difficult for them. And the last thing that I want to see is for our residents having to pick and choose between paying utility bills or putting food on the table, or having to pay for taxes. And the last thing that I also want to see is for our elderly folk to get taxed out of their homes. I want to make sure that they can hold on to those homes for as long as they live, and hopefully one day pass it on to their son or their daughter or grandkids, and provide some type of inheritance. And for many more reasons, I just think that this is something that the City of Socorro, and I wish that our officials and counterparts throughout the county would follow in our lead to bring some type of tax relief for our elderly, and maybe one day we can see some tax relief for the rest of us tax-paying residents here in the county. But I think this is a good start. We can direct our staff to research and see what the financial impact might look like here for the City of Socorro, but ultimately my main goal here is to increase that tax exemption for our elderly, and if we can potentially adopt a tax freeze under applicable Texas law, then so be it. But this item here is just for staff to go ahead and begin researching what that would look like. Mr. Garcia.
Just to make clear, this is great. We just want to make sure that our counterparts in the district, the school district, also could follow our lead. But right now, I'd say like budgets for the school districts is very, very tight. But a lot of has to do with our surrounding school districts that also have a lot to do with property taxes. And I hope they can somehow follow our lead, or Mayor Rudy's lead, to do this as well. And that would make it even a stronger motion for that. But yeah, because it's not just the city, our surrounding school districts as well play a big part into our taxes, and hopefully we can work together to alleviate some of that property tax for our elderly. Thank you.
Thank you. Agreed.
And Mayor, while I understand that tax increase is inevitable, but for our residents who are on a budget and on a fixed income, this would dearly help everybody. So I think this is the right route for us to go.
Thank you for your comments.
Got
Mr. Reyes?
a comment. I still got 25 more years to go to pay those taxes. My concern is staff will come back and give us the financial impact on the rest of the residents that are not over 65, right?
Yeah, so what we'll be directing staff to do tonight is they'll get with the administrative department that run the Paso County Appraisal District, and what they'll do is they'll run numbers, they'll conduct an analysis, and they're going to pull information as to how many residents, qualifying homeowners, 65 and over, own their home in the City of Socorro. And if we want to increase the tax exemption, because they already have a tax exemption right now, but if we choose to raise it so that they're getting taxed less on the value of their home, they'll come back with different options. So maybe, for example, staff will come back and say, look, if we increase the tax exemption for Socorro residents 65 and over that are homeowners to 10,000, this is what the financial impact will look like. 15, 20, 30,000, whatever we decide, this is what the financial impact, and what I mean by financial impact, it means technically the amount of money that the city wouldn't be able to collect, providing that we move forward with the tax exemption, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, Mr. Martinez?
Yes, sir, it does. If that is council's intent, though, I would recommend that the motion be amended. The motion was simply to approve the item. If it's council's intent to instruct your attorneys and your administration to research the item and report back with options and effects, you should say that.
Should amend that item, and then
Yes, sir.
you'll see that there's also language in there to also research the tax freeze. So keeping taxes where they're at for the residents 65 and over that own homes here in Socorro. That could also be another option. I favor the tax exemption increase, because if it's something that maybe in the following year or two we can come back and say, you know what, let's increase it another 10. Let's increase it another 10,000. Or if we decide to pick a number tomorrow and say, you know what, we're going to raise it by $20,000, the tax exemption. We can do 10 this year, we can do 10 next year. But I'd like to see what the numbers look like first before we can move forward on something like this. So,
Yeah, I'd like to amend my motion to research, to have our staff and attorneys research on and amending our tax exempt for our 65 and older residents of the city of Socorro.
And to return to council with proposals.
And return to council with proposals.
Yes, sir.
Second.
okay, there's been a motion and a second to amend the current item so that staff can research the increase of a municipal property tax exemption for homeowners ages 65 and older within the city of Socorro, Texas, and have staff report back. There was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. Thank you, council. Agenda item number 41. This is the discussion and action to direct staff to research the financial impact to the city's budget for the creation of a GoFundMe account to help Socorro families affected by fires, floods, or natural disasters. The fund will provide financial support to residents struggling to rebuild their homes and lives. So this year I attended the National Conference of Mayors in Washington, D.C., and I got to meet with some people from the GoFundMe government accounts, and I was kind of curious and asked them, how does it work? Where has it been used? And they had a display and a presentation, and they've shown that, you know, a lot of times when residents in our community, they experience natural disasters, maybe a large tree fell on their home and damaged their roof, or even here in Socorro, we've seen it a few times in the past year where residential homes have burned down, and the families they try the GoFundMe account. And I'll be real honest with you, we lived in an underserved population where a lot of our residents they spent their entire lives building their home, and then something like this happens, and some of our homeowners, unfortunately, they don't have insurance policies to cover these things, and they don't have the financial means to rebuild, and it becomes very difficult for them. So my idea of creating this GoFundMe is not meant just for any type of disaster or any type of event. There would have to be one that would be a qualifying one. And the reason why I wanted the city to establish something like this was because I think the city can or has a farther reach rather than just an individual resident setting up a GoFundMe account. Well, how many people can they really reach? I'm trying to involve the community, and I'm trying to engage our community to help in these times of need. But again, I think that this is also an item that we would have to amend for our staff to research first, because I'd like to put my staff in contact with the government relations people of GoFundMe so that they can talk and understand how it would work. And now, if there is a financial impact that the council doesn't agree to, or they see that it's something that, we may not favor at this time, then so be it, but at least I'd like to have the staff research what could it be, that
I just have a question for Mr. Martinez. Is there any liability for the city in doing something like this? I would hate to think that a dollar is missing or something were to happen. Would there be any liability?
I think that's a very serious concern. I've started to research the issue. I have not done enough research that I can definitively tell you, yes, there's X likelihood that you'll get sued or will be some kind of claim against you. But it's obviously a concern anytime you have a governmental entity administering a fund of any form that ultimately benefits, a handful or even single individual residents.
Right, and that's my only concern, because if something were to go missing and the liability falls on us. I know Mr. Rudy Cruz talked to those people in DC, but that is my only concern with this, because $1 missing, $2 missing, that'll cause a mess. But that's
you bring up a valid point, and I agree with you and understand where you're coming from. I feel that should our staff research it first, maybe GoFundMe comes back and says, you know what, we manage the account. You guys just provide us the information and tell us this is the family that's in need, their home burned down, this is their goal, but GoFundMe is going to manage the account. That way the liability is completely taken off the backs of the city, and we can share information through our portals or dissemination of information on different platforms. Maybe that might be the outcome, and if that's something that that GoFundMe comes back with, then maybe that's another option. But I just wanted to explore at this time, not necessarily take action on it today, but just the action item would be to have staff at least research it.
Yes, it's definitely a situation, because it's my understanding with a GoFundMe, there is the person who organizes it gets a percentage of that money, and so we don't want to mislead the community as far as, well, somebody's making personal gains out of it. So and then if that person organizing it is making profit, and as Mayor suggested, let's say the GoFundMe company decides to organize it, does that mean that they get that profit, that percentage from where the constituents are adding money to? So yes, I think it would open doors for misleading issues. Therefore, I think a lot of research would be needed for that. Although it's a great idea, because our constituents do need that support. We've had issues, we've had hazards happen this year alone, and so, our constituents would benefit from it.
So I'd like to make a motion to approve and direct staff to research this and bring us back a presentation, especially with liabilities towards the city about doing this sort of project.
Okay, so
Second.
There's been a motion and second to amend this item in order for staff to research and bring back that information and talk more about how the GoFundMe account would function within our local government.
So no amendment is needed, because the
Okay.
item is to direct staff.
Is to direct
to
staff
research.
already?
Mhm.
Okay. So there was a motion and second on the table. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? No? That motion carries. All right. Do we have any items posted for, we have one item? 42?
45.
45? Do we need to delete 42, 43, and 44?
Motion to delete items 42 to 44.
Second.
There's been a motion to delete items 42, 43, and 44. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion to go into executive.
Second.
There's been a motion to go into executive session. All those in favor say aye.
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 And that motion carries. We're going to now retire into executive session at 7:10 p.m.
Muted.
It's 7:44 p.m. and we're now back in regular session of the March 5th, 2026 Socorro City Council meeting. After discussion of item 45, does council have a motion?
Motion to approve staff recommendation in executive.
Second.
There's been a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that motion carries. Do I have a motion, Mr. Martinez? No?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
There's a motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. This meeting ends at 7:45 p.m. Thank you.